Welcome to the Global Threat Briefing for Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. If you thought yesterday's ghost power hardware attacks and cross-linguistic injections were peak complexity, buckle up. In the last 24 hours, the global threat landscape has pivoted toward a fundamental crisis in inter-agent authentication and the emergence of holographic metadata shadows. We are moving past simple data theft into a phase where the very trust between autonomous AI agents is being dismantled. Here is your executive summary of the most significant incidents from the last 24 hours. First, critical infrastructure and emergency alerts. The A2A trust collapse. A major identity-as-a-service platform reported a protocol-level breach. Attackers used a token replay exploit to forge credentials, allowing adversarial AI agents to impersonate trusted corporate agents. This has already resulted in unauthorized high-value purchase approvals for 3 separate Fortune 500 manufacturing firms. When the agents stop trusting each other, the entire autonomous workflow crumbles. Regional thermal sink sabotage. Urban centers in Northern Europe are still battling a coordinated grid instability. Attackers are triggering peak power modes in smart HVAC systems simultaneously across government sectors to induce a frequency collapse. The goal? A total regional blackout. CISA Emergency Directive 2646. CISA has mandated an immediate audit of all mixed reality implementations in the workplace. A terrifying new exploit, spatial shadowing, has been discovered. It injects invisible metadata shadows into a user's AR field of view. These shadows can record physical keystrokes by tracking finger positioning in 3D space with microscopic precision. Next, we look at ransomware and major breaches. Cloud Sweep Phase 51. The Cloud Sweep group is now targeting cryptographic randomness. By starving the entropy pools of cloud hypervisors, they are forcing systems to generate weak, predictable encryption keys. This means your secure backups are now vulnerable to near-instant decryption. Genome Registry Crisis. A top genetic research lab confirms its secure vault was breached. Attackers are threatening to link anonymized DNA data to public identities. This is a permanent, non-resettable privacy risk for millions. Autonomous fleet. Hijack. A North American freight provider's self-driving truck fleet remains dormant. Attackers injected a sleep protocol into the firmware, holding the physical supply chain hostage. Section 3. Emerging AI and spatial threats. Self-correcting phishing swarms. These AI-driven swarms adapt in real time. If a single email is caught by a filter, the remaining millions recode their own metadata within seconds to bypass that specific defense. Poisoned low-code modules. Backdoors have been found in popular drag-and-drop modules used for fintech automation. They are currently performing millions of untraceable micro-thefts, diverting 0.01% of every transaction to an obfuscated mixer. Android subaudible Siphon 6.0. The latest mobile Trojan uses your phone's speakers to emit ultrasonic pulses. These shadows can record physical keystrokes by tracking finger positioning in 3D space with microscopic precision. Section 4. Global Trends and Policy. The Reality Verification Accord. G7 leaders are discussing a mandate for multimodal authentication. To stop holographic impersonation, critical transactions must soon be verified by at least 3 independent biometrics. Mandatory post-quantum insurance. The EU is proposing that all banks carry quantum exfiltration insurance. They acknowledge that data stolen today will likely be decrypted by quantum computers within the next 24 months. Finally, strategic executive actions you should take immediately. For agent security, implement ephemeral trust tokens. Shift all A2A communications to hardware-signed tokens that expire every 60 seconds. For spatial privacy, deploy visual privacy zones. Enforce hardware-level keyboard masking to prevent spatial tracking of finger movements. For cloud governance, transition to bring your own entropy. Use on-premises hardware security modules to feed entropy into cloud key generation. That concludes the briefing for April 15th, 2026. Stay vigilant and ensure your trust tokens are rotated. I'll see you at the next update.